Welcome to All Things Mental,
a podcast that honors the messy, beautiful, nonlinear journey of healing. Because healing isn't about fixing what's broken.
It's about discovering what you need in this moment and learning to trust yourself along the way.
Here, we share stories, resources, and reminders that you're never alone on your path.
So take a breath, lean in, and remember,
you are not broken.
You're just becoming a more beautiful version of your higher self. We're your co-hosts, Michelle
and Leanna,
here to remind you that
you're never alone
on your healing journey.
Welcome back to All Things Mental. This episode is titled All Things Creativity, and it is our 30th episode. So we are super excited to have this number in our life because, as we've talked about before, 30 is a year where me and Michelle both have passed 30 at this point, but we remember our 30s fondly, and it's very good. So I feel like this is the best decade yet, and I'm super excited to be a part of it. And back to the topic, though, in terms of creativity, I love doing things that are creative, and that can be so many different things, right? Like expressing ourselves creatively is something that can be done in more ways than one, right? It's not just like by picking up a paintbrush and painting. It's not just by making jewelry. It's not just wearing something that makes you feel beautiful and amazing. It's so much. It's all of that together, but also more. So, Michelle, I'd love to hear your take on creativity.
That was so beautiful. Like when you mentioned the whole outfit, I was like, yeah, you can get creative with your outfits as well. Like I was thinking about this before we started recording. Like something that I like to do when I'm being creative is have like a designated space in my home for it, which is something that like I never thought I would want to do. Like I've always had these ideas of like, oh, I want to do this or, oh, I want to do that. But I never really dove into it till I was like in far enough in my healing journey that I felt like, okay, I can have hobbies now. Cool. What do I do? But like, yeah, no, I agree. Creativity can come from playing a game to, you know, painting to Legos to like the little like house things you can buy on the internet where you like are building like a bookshelf or you're building like a tiny little bookshelf with like those little like books or whatever that come with it.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's so sweet. I recently made this amazing little dragon out of sequins, and I'll pull up a picture because I don't have it with me in the room right now. I framed it and I put it in a shadow box, and it's so nice. But this is for those who are watching the video.
It's so beautiful. It's a dragon and it's got like different colors for like the words. They're hard. The wings.
Yeah, it's got like purple and pink and white wings and a blue body with green detail. It's such a sweet little dragon. And I bought it at the Barnes & Noble bookstore in my area before it closed. And it was like $10 for a little book that came with it. And I didn't get to read the book yet, but it had all the instructions of how to do the pin. Like you basically put little push pins or little mini like needle point pins through a sequin, and then the sequin goes into the foam core, and it became this really detailed, amazing design. And it took me like many hours to complete. Like I thought it would be like something I could do in one sitting. No, it took many whiles to do. So I finished it over the course of like a few weeks, and I really loved the process because I just put on an audiobook, which I've become more into audiobooks lately, and I just would work on it, and it was so nice.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I love putting on like background noise. Like I mentioned this before, we're a gaming household. So like when I'm gaming like a cozy game or whatever, I need background noise, whether it's a Disney movie or music or a movie I've seen a million times or whatever, what have you. But like for me, like I like taking my time as well. Like I remember talking with my husband about how like I want to get you this Lego set. I think you'd really like. And he's like, if Legos are your thing, I'm like, okay, that's true. However, like I don't want to buy this set and build it for you. like there's one that I'm going to do for him. I'm gonna buy the Rivendell set. That's Lord of the Rings. It's gorgeous. One of my friends has it and was showing me one time, like, oh my god, this is so pretty. I can't wait to buy it and build it. Because there's there's 52 bags or over 52 bags. So if I do a bag a week, that'll take me a year.
Yeah.
But a lot of people like to rush through it, and there's nothing wrong with that. But for me personally, I like to take my time with the Lego sets because like I'll get frustrated and need to take a break, or I will like my eyes will start hurting and I'm like, I need to do something else.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's definitely something I feel like now that I'm exploring more about what ADHD is for me is, you know, this inattentive type where like unless something's got my focus, like, and I can hyperfixate on it a little bit, like it doesn't entertain me for very long. Like I've been playing this cozy game for over a year. It's called Spirit of the North 2. I really love Spirit of the North 1, and it's on Xbox, it's on other platforms and such. So if we want, we can find a link to their website, and it's really cool. We can put it in the description for anyone who's curious. It's basically a game where you play as a spirit fox, and it's borderline cozy game, but also like has some action and adventure in it. And it's really sweet because like I love the concept of like being in a spirit realm, and like it's kind of like a post-apocalyptic world where like all the humans are no longer there, but like there's like traces of past animals and humans and things that the fox like goes and finds, and me and my husband have been playing it together. The Spirit of the North 2 game is way more in detail than the first one, so I played through the first one and I got it 100%, but like the second one is taking us a while because like I feel like at the 20-minute mark I'm like, oh my god, I need like a break. Like I'm just and it's okay to like do that.
No, absolutely. I'm only laughing because when our old roommate used to live here, they would want to like play a game for like maybe like you said 20 minutes to an hour, and then they're done for the day. They're like, I need a break, I need to go for a walk, I need to stretch my legs, I need to do something else. And I remember one day when my husband was home, he was gaming, and our roommate did not want to say to him, hey, I would really like to game. And we only both their PS5 and our PS5 was in the living room. And like it got to the point where my husband had to like say to them, you can just say to me, hey, can I play for a little bit? Because he could play for hours on end. And the game that you were just referring to, you had me at Spirit Fox because I love foxes. Like I want to play this game. I don't know if it's available like on like the Switch or on the PS5, but I will definitely be looking into it because that's absolutely adorable. There's a game that my husband is currently obsessed with. It's called Conan, which I don't remember if there's more. There's Conan Exile, I think that's the name of the game. But essentially the concept of the game is you are building a fort to survive, and when you go out, there's like different things that can kill you. And I made the comment one time when he was playing, I'm like, this is like a cozy game that involves like battles. I don't remember what I said specifically, but he started laughing and goes, that is so key. And when you guys were down here, your husband was like fixated on the screen, goes, what are you playing? And they like bonded over the video games, and it was so beautiful to see.
That's amazing. Yes, it is a sweet game, and it unlocks like so much imagination and creativity, I think, just in playing. And like the music is so phenomenal. Like they just released it on like you can buy it and support the artist, or like stream it on Spotify or other platforms and such. I know they have it on YouTube, so it's available. I'm in their Discord, and people are always posting their art that they make of fan art and stuff, and I'm just like, this is so great. Like I had
that so much. There's a game that I got into. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but I remember it was on sale, and we bought it because it was like less than $10, and I didn't finish it. And the reason why I didn't finish it was because like I was playing it, and my husband goes, you know, you got like 2 hours of gameplay left, right? And I'm like, what? No, I don't want it to end. So I'm just like playing it. That was my brain's way of like, yeah, there, it's still there. And like apparently they were gonna do a sequel to the game, but they never did because the company that owns the game has moved on to like a different like type of game that they're focused on. And so like the artist who originally like did the game would have to like buy the rights back from them in order to like do the game and continue it, because I got excited. He's like, they're doing a sequel. I'm like, wait, they are? And I got like so excited thinking, oh my God, here's my chance. I can finish the first one. And then he looked it up and he goes, babe, I'm so sorry, but they are not doing it. I was like, oh, shucks. Okay.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's tough. It's always hard when like especially if like a season of a show like ends too abruptly or whatever. It's like the same kind of thing, I would imagine. I can't think of an example off the top of my head in terms of like a show, but like the way that I think of it is like everything served a purpose for its time.
Absolutely.
And yeah, right. So like once it runs its course, and the good thing is yeah, you may not ever be able to play it again for the first time, but like if you finish it and then they have a sequel, like,
yeah,
I didn't know Spirit of the North would have made a sequel until like, I think I played it last year. Yeah, no, the year before. So 2024, I played the first game, and then they came out with the second game like in 2025. So like for me, the timeline was like a year. I don't know exactly how much difference it was like from the first game to the next game, but I found it on like available games that just looked like cozy and whatever. And even though the second game is a lot more intense and like there's more moments of like challenge, but like I don't know. I let my husband play those parts, and he does that like more intense parts.
Yeah, like right now, my husband's obsessed with a Pokemon game on the Switch, and he's going through like challenges and stuff like that. And when we were flying back from our vacation the other day, he was playing on the Switch, but his phone was in his pocket, so he was borrowing my phone to take pictures to send a friend of his in a group chat. And I'm like, I don't know what these pictures mean, but okay. It's like in the Charlie Brown episode, the special with the Great Pumpkin, where like all the kids are sharing their candies, as the one kid goes, I have a rock. Yes. Like that's me when it comes to situations where they're talking about Pokemon or they're talking about Dragon Ball Z or whatever or what have you. Like when we're like making plans to like go out, like my husband's schedule has gotten much better, but like when he used to not be able to make it, he used to make the joke, I have a rock. Like that's like his go-to like GIF meme or whatever. And the other night, him and my old roommate were talking about something, and I typed in I have a rock, and nothing popped up, but I have a sock popped up, and that's like an inside joke between the three of us. I'm like, oh my God, this is hysterical. I'm sending this. So I sent I have a sock because I had no clue what they were talking about. They were talking about some video game, but I love cozy games. My current one that I'm loving right now is Disney Dreamlight Valley. I'm still like obsessed with it. But I also really like Stardew Valley and all of that. But like the game that I'm currently like been like, oh my God, I want to keep going is One Piece Odyssey. So basically the concept of that game is it's a role-playing game that is in the One Piece anime world, manga world, whatever you want to call it. But if you want to play it, you have to wait till after you get past the time skip because there's spoilers, and if you don't like spoilers, you shouldn't play it. But like basically you go back through like the arcs, but instead of like just watching it, you're experiencing it as the character. And that's been like really appealing to me right now as well.
That's awesome. No, I love that. I love that so much because it's just really special when you find something that like unlocks a whole new part of you that makes you feel really good inside. Like, I don't know. I used to be very anti getting your nails done. And for some reason I like decided to explore press-on nails for the first time. And I got them on Amazon for like literally $9. And I got this amazing nail glue for also $9. So like, it's a nail glue that I can use again and again and again. And like, yeah, these press-ons might only be 3 weeks or whatever, but like cheap enough where I can
bring you joy and it allows you to also embrace your creative side. Like go for it. Also, I need a link to the glue because I've been wanting to try press-ons because I can, first of all, going in the salon is expensive. And I have an amazing best friend who does her own nails. Like oh my God, she's so creative. But like, I would not have the patience to do that. And like, she said to me, like, I'll make you nails. I'm like, okay, cool. But like I need to like send her like the sizings of them,
Yeah.
and she sent them to me. But like I have like one set that I still have to like look at, but the number for the size is written so tiny that I was like, I need my husband's 20/20 vision in order to figure out which one fits my nails. But like I've been meaning to do that. But like also too, we have this room in our house when you first walk in. It's actually where I do the recordings for our podcast, and we call it the awkward room. And it's no longer like awkward. Like I think while you were here, we spent most of our time in this room. It was so nice. But like I have like this whole section over here that's like a disaster of like all of my art supplies and all of that, between like art, paint, and all of that. And I want to organize it that way, like I can just kind of like grab it, sit here at this table and paint. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'll probably tackle it tomorrow, because earlier I was going to do it like around like 6:30. I'm like, okay, I'm getting on with Leanne in an hour. I have an hour. I could totally do this in an hour. And I started, I'm like, I'm not going to finish this, but I'm having the motivation. So the motivation is now here, and then I'll finish, and then maybe I'll start painting. But I came across some paintings that like I forgot that I painted. I'm like, this is really good. Like, I mean, I need to like not be so hard on myself and just let the creativity flow. Like I found this like piece of wood that kind of looks like a book. And I asked my husband, like, do you need this or something? He's like, no, why? I'm like, I want to paint it. I want to like make it into a book. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. I don't care. So that's probably going to be like my first like project that I do. Something that I'm really looking forward to is this coming week. I'm house sitting for my aunt because she's got kitties and she's going on vacation. So I'm going to go spend a week with her babies, and I'm really excited about it. But she lives really close to Legoland, and I haven't been to Legoland since I became a Lego fan. So I want to go and like, you know, check out, like they have this section in the park where it's like the Eiffel Tower, but like not like the tiny one that you can, not that the one that you buy from Lego is tiny, but like it's bigger. It's like and they do like there's like a one that's a whole entire scale of the whole entire park made in Legos. It's absolutely insane and so crazy. And it's just so beautiful to see the creativity. And then in the lazy river at Legoland, they have these tubes that you sit in, but there's also like big Legos that like float around that you can like build stuff with. Okay. I want to do that. And I'm really looking forward to going one day, just by myself, a little me date, and having like a day at Legoland. It's going to be fun.
That sounds amazing. I love what you're saying, because it made me think about like the idea that creativity is a process. It's like a journey, not a destination. Like obviously it's framed as like, especially when I'm putting together all the little dots of the sequins and everything in the right section, like that was a process for me. But yes, it comes to an end result that I'm proud of. But like, is it perfect? Is it 100%? Like every single sequin is like perfectly aligned with the dot and the background? Like, no, like it's not. It's pretty close, but it's not like the most perfect thing I've ever seen. I love it for what it is, you know, and I'm not knocking what I did, but it's more about like the process of doing something is so important to learn in our healing journey, because like I know Mary talks about this a lot, where it's like the journey, or like doing some, I don't know exactly her quote, but it's like doing something is for the sake of doing it. It's like trust the process, not the result, or something like that. I know she said that in one of her episodes that I listened to multiple times, and I'm like, this is so important, like like this concept, you know. So like sometimes it's just good to, like you were saying, painting the book just to do it, versus like, you know, and I'm not saying that you feel this way, but like in terms of like other people who might think like, I'm afraid to start something because then if it's not perfect, or if I don't finish it, then it's a waste. But that's not the case. Like with a creative journey or a creative endeavor or a project or something, like it's all about making something and putting that effort and looking forward and being like, yes, this is something I did with my own hands. Like that's how I felt with my nails.
Absolutely. Like one of my favorite things that I was able to do when you were down here was when your part of your family happened to come over, and me and your sister-in-law's boyfriend kind of bonded over Legos, and I showed them all to him and he like appreciated them, and then he showed me pictures on his phone of what he did. Like that gave me life. Like I truly enjoyed like talking with him about Legos and all of that. But yeah, no, like, I mean, I used to be such a perfectionist, and we talked about this, I believe, in our last episode. I think our last episode was all things perfectionism. Maybe it was 2 ago. I'm not really sure, because full transparency, this is our first time recording since Leanna was down. So yeah, but like, I mean, I used to be like, oh my, no, it has to be perfect. It has to be this. It has to be that. But something that my dad actually pointed out to me, I didn't know this. I learned something about my father this week. He can paint. Like there's this thing at our cabin that we actually wound up burning because like it had gotten like chewed apart and all of that. And I thought for the longest time, my best friend painted it. I learned he painted it. And he made a comment and goes, the really nice thing about paint is if you don't like the way it looks, you wait for it to dry and then you start off with a clean base and you start again. And I'm like, that's a very valid point, Dad.
Yeah.
Like that's so accurate. But like, I mean, it kind of like knowing that my dad can paint kind of like inspired me. Like, I want to learn. I want to do that. That's freaking gorgeous. So yeah, like that's like my, like, I'm really hoping to start like painting soon. But like, as far as like creativity next week, it's all going to have to just be video games. I'm going to bring the Switch with me because it's like, you know, this big. Whereas like the PS5 is kind of a little bit of a haul. But like, for me, like, I love being able to like escape in a world, whether it's in a book or in like a video game or something like that. I've talked about this before on the podcast, but I played Kingdom Hearts and I have played all 3 of them. I haven't finished the 3rd one. And every time I go in to play it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. This is why I'm not playing this one. This is why I kind of like stopped playing. I do want to eventually finish the game. But the second one was always my favorite. And like, you can't really get creative in that type of video game, but you can see the creativity of other people and it can inspire you to like, be like, oh, I want to try this, or, oh, I want to try that. Like my husband wants to eventually make his own video game and he has so many ideas. And I just hope that he someday has the time to like, you know, implement them.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, that's so great. Oh my gosh. I love the inspiration that comes from doing creative things and things like that, because like that it comes from even listening to music for me, or like singing, or when I was doing theater and things, like we've talked about the theater and stuff, like all of that is such a creative process and a journey. And it's so nice to like actively be a part of something that like can, yes, have an end result, but also like be treasured, like an experience, you know, like having an experience in doing something creative is this whole new thing, which like I was saying with my nails and stuff, like I used to be anti-nails, but then like I randomly wanted to try press-ons because I was like, okay, I want to like have nails for my cousin's wedding in a month and like think about that. And so I did a test, and I will link the nail glue. I will send it to you because it's supposedly
I was going to say, like, I feel like yes, we need to link the nail glue for our followers. Yeah.
Yes, because I heard about it on TikTok Shop like a couple years ago, and I bought it then, but I didn't use it. I didn't test it out properly. So like this was like a real test where I watched tutorials and I did it, and it was the easiest thing ever. I'm like, why didn't I do this sooner? Like, I don't understand.
It's also like a really simple way to be girly. It's a really simple way to like be girly, because you can be girly and you can be creative. Yes. Show your feminine side. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
absolutely.
I absolutely love that. Like something that I've gotten into, that not even necessarily the habit of doing, something that like me and my husband have been doing, and you notice because you were here, we're like setting intention when we're home, we're getting rid of stuff and all of that. Like literally the night we got back from, I think it was Epcot, me and my husband put out a whole bunch of like trash. We were like, okay, we don't need this anymore. And I was literally talking to my aunt earlier today, and I was like, if you saw our garage, you would think, wow, you got a lot of stuff. When I look at my garage, I'm like, oh my God, we've made so much progress, so much progress in our garage. It's not even funny. But like something else that I want to do is, I know we need to like eventually like fix our kitchen because like the cabinets are like we did not paint them correctly. It's like our first project that we did at our home, and they're not painted correctly, so we have to like sand them down and then like fix them and all that. But I saw this thing, I think it was on TikTok, where you can like buy these like sheets or like decals that you can put in like, and I want to do that. Like I sent it to my husband, or I might have saved it to share it with him later. And I was like, babe, we need to do this. Like, this is really freaking gorgeous. And I love this. Like you can add art to your home. Heck yeah. I want to absolutely do that. When we have our forever home, he's told me that I can Rapunzel it up. And essentially what that means is like, he's going to allow me to paint on the walls and whatever happens kind of thing. I'm really looking forward to doing that. Like I want to do it here, but I know this is not our forever home. But I'm just excited that I'm at a point now where painting is something that I want to do. Because I mentioned this before on another episode that I was using it as an outlet, painting. I'm now at a point in my healing journey where I can use it as an outlet, but I can also do it just to do it and have fun and be creative.
Yes. Again, it's that process of doing and being instead of like reaching for this goal of like perfectionism or anything. Like it's just trusting the process and releasing the result. I think that's the exact quote that Mary uses. So like, I love that, because when you trust the process and release the result, you're thinking that this is going to be something really special that I get to engage with, and I get to use my skills, and then whatever happens, happens. You know, it's the same thing with like manifestation and things like that, or any spiritual practice. You don't know what's really going to come out of it until maybe a year or two later, and your manifestation comes true, and it just gets to be this really special moment in time. And now that I look back, like one of my manifestations came true 2 years after I had tried to, yeah, it's pretty special. It was almost 2 years to the day. So now I think about it, I didn't put that together, but it's so nice to have that creative spark that just like reignites you daily. Like I love that in my work. I love that in my personal life. I love it with friends and family. Like doing a creative pursuit is really nice. Like I think one of the special things about my relationship with my husband is something that I read in one of our like original horoscope books, which was like, I think the book was called The Secret Language of Relationships. And it was all about like your birth week and matching it with their week. And you read like your whole process and everything. Yeah. And my friend got it for me, and I got it for another friend. And like, I could probably find that link and send it to you as well. And we can link it in the show notes.
I'm going to say, yeah, absolutely.
Because like this, I mean, it was something that stuck with me, which is like homemaking is something that you prioritize. And I was like, oh yeah. And I always sit in my dining room when I record, because it's like a very nice place. I have a door here, and like I can close it to like have some privacy for like the podcast, and like, you know, not have my cats walking around like
I did earlier when I had to pick up Sally, and like I was like kinging her over while you were talking.
Yeah, it's
okay.
I'm
looking at her right now. She's shaking her butt. I don't know where she thinks she's gonna go to attack this thing that's outside. Sorry.
That's so funny. Oh, little baby. She's so cute. We miss her.
So
we loved
cute.
her, meeting her.
Yeah, like full transparency, like one of the first questions that Leanna's husband asked me was, so do we get to meet Sally? Yes, you do. And they both like became like obsessed with her, and then Sally became obsessed with them. It was so freaking cute.
Yeah, I know. So amazing. Aw, yeah. I mean, it's so nice to just be surrounded by so much beauty and you know, creative expression. Like I love dressing up and wearing different outfits, like for various events in my hometown, like just meeting friends and everything. Oh, wow, I just called it my hometown. It's like, it's where I've been living for the past 6 years, and I now call it home. Like, that's really nice. But like, you know, with friends and you know, my birthday or any type of excuse to like get dressed up or whatever. Like, I love that, because I feel like that creative expression just ignites me in ways that I didn't know possible.
Absolutely. I love that so much because like you can be inspired by, you know, something you read online or a video that you come across or whatever, or what have you. Like I'm currently in the middle of 2 marathons. I'm almost done with one of them, but one of them is way longer than the other one. I'm currently rewatching Twilight. I just watched Eclipse today. um and I'm not even like I just got like in the mood. Like it was on Disney Plus as a suggestion. I'm like, oh, cool, Twilight's up. Sure, I haven't watched that in a couple of years. And I'm also rewatching in chronological order the Marvel movies to get ready for Doomsday that's coming out in December, because like I have missed a couple of them and I was like, you know, they should be on Disney Plus. So let's do it. So that's what I'm doing. And like, I mean, even that alone is a form, like those films are fantastic. Not necessarily Twilight, but the Marvel movies.
Well, like the Twilight series is beautiful in its own way, right? Like I vaguely remember it like when it came out, you know, when I was in middle school and like all my friends being obsessed with it. And I was like, I don't know about this. But like, you know, it was, what is it, campy is, or is that not the term?
What do you mean? I don't know what you mean.
Oh, there's like this term about movies and certain things, like if it's camp. I don't think so. I don't
They
know what
go
it means.
camping. There's a tent scene.
It's more like
that make it?
it's more like
That's like my favorite scene
something.
from the book. Like that chapter is so hysterical, and I was so looking forward to it when I went to go see the movie, and then I saw it in theaters, and I was so mad. Like everybody's like laughing. I'm like, it's so much better in the book.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's art in its own way, right?
Absolutely.
So, you know, it's really nice.
I'm not like dissing it. It's just
No.
personally, like the one thing I don't understand is why do they sparkle? I love glitter. Don't get me wrong. I'm literally looking at two glitter packages over there and some more over there that I'm gonna like actually put into like little containers, and like I'm gonna organize it, and this is gonna be like the most seamless creative corner you've ever seen. And like I like glitter. I don't know if I would want to glitter in the sun. You know what I mean? I don't know. Own, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
But you had mentioned the whole like like sequin thing. It reminds me of something that my husband got my mom into, which is diamond painting. But like I don't think I could ever do diamond painting. But when you mentioned that, I was like, I need to look into this. I think I would enjoy the sequence.
Yeah, because it's pointing them through with like and you have to push it in, and like luckily the foam core was like firm enough but also soft enough that like you didn't get too much fatigue on your finger, or they said you could use like a thimble or whatever to push it through if it was bothering you, but I would alternate fingers that I would push in, and like it wasn't really that painful. But yeah, it was like a whole another thing, and I never heard of it, and I just happened to stumble upon it in the Barnes & Noble store, so I was like, this is so nice. So you know,
I love that. And like for suggestions for people who are listening that are like, oh my God, I want to be creative, just go to like your local art store. Like if it's like a small business, that's even better. But like there's probably a Michael's or a like, I don't know, Joann's. I don't know if Joann's is out of business across the whole entire country. I know the one by us went out of business, but like you can find stuff there. Just like go. I think that's like how I got into when I was a kid. I used to do like I used to do light art. I used to do the beads where like you kind of like build like a frog or something like that, and it's like a ribbon that goes through it and all of that, and I really enjoyed that. And also like adult coloring books. Like I literally have like a section when you first walk into my home. On the table there's the lamp, and then where we put our keys, and underneath that it used to have a whole bunch of junk, but like I said, I organized this room recently, and the only area I have left is my little crafting corner. But like all of the arts, and not all the arts and crafts, all of my colored pencils and all of my coloring books are now there, because as I mentioned, I also have ADHD, and I'm a very out of sight, out of mind person. So like I have them out that way. I'd be like, oh, this sounds like fun. This is something I want to do, but like it's there, so I see it. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. So
Yeah. No, that's really nice. I think there's so many ways to be creative, and if we let more of it into our life, like our life feels more abundant, it feels more fun and
And you can add to your
mystical.
life with it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it brings you joy.
Absolutely. Yes, that's what
And
we
it's
come
something
back
you can
to.
be grateful for. We're like just,
Exactly. No, I
Yeah.
love that so much. Is there anything else you want to add to creativity and things?
Not that I can really think of. There's a type of painting I want to try where you put paint in a balloon and then you attach it. I saw it in the Princess Diaries movie like forever ago where like she was like popping paint. I'm like, that looks like fun. I want to try that. But I'm gonna have to do that like when like the garage is a little more organized because I'm not doing that in here because then we'll get paint everywhere. But
Right.
just if you're unsure what to do, we made some suggestions. We'll put some suggestions in the notes and just, try. Because like creativity can also heal you.
Yes, I think it does. I found my spark for sure when I was in my healing journey and like really working on myself. Like my spark came back, and I'm just so grateful that I'm happy and alive and have this life worth living.
Absolutely. A freaking man. There's been so many days recently where I've been like, I just love my life like so much. Like it's so beautiful.
Good. I'm so glad. Aw, well, thank you so much. And we'll talk again soon.
Yep. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to this episode of All Things Mental.
Please follow us on social media at All Things Mental Podcast to let us know how this episode helped you on your healing journey.
Subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts so that you don't miss an episode.
And remember,
You are not broken
you're just becoming a more beautiful version
of your higher self.